Well, YouTube says it's not picking up the damn thing. Okay. Oh,
Wait.
is it picking it
YouTube
up?
just went live.
Okay, YouTube just went live. I'm looking at Twitch.
I'll hop on Twitch and check.
I think we're live, guys. Sorry about this. No, Twitch is not going live. What in the hell is going on with this stupid crap?
Yep. Twitch just went live.
Yeah, Twitch went live. Okay, so there we are, guys. Sorry about that. Don't know what happened. Restream went a little nuts on us. We thought we were streaming. It said we were live. Everything said live, and then we looked, and it's like, you're not live. And we're like, no, oh no, what's happening? Hi, everybody. Oh my God. I swear, the more technical stuff we add, the more I want to pull my hair out, and I don't have any hair. Maybe I'll start just yanking the chin hair out of my face. Sorry about that. That is really funky. I don't know what that was.
That was weird, dude.
I'm sitting there trying to see what the dealie is, yo. Like, I'm trying to get Twitch to come up, and there it is. That is so strange, man. Golly, I don't know what the hell that is. So we're live, guys. Welcome to the lunch stream. Sorry for a little bit of a delay. Technical difficulties with some of the software, man. I don't know what's going on. So I did like I always did, hit stream, and then I thought we were streaming because Restream said, hey, you're live. And I'm like, hey, yay. And then I started my whole spiel, and then all of a sudden Grim's like, we're not live. And I'm like, why are we not live?
Yeah, wait a second. Usually it comes up by the time he finishes the intro because the delay and it didn't come up.
Oh,
so I'm like, Ranger.
Jesus. Oh, well, it is what it is. Welcome to the lunch stream, guys. Glad to have you guys here. We are dual broadcasting on Twitch and YouTube, and sometimes I cause technical difficulties, but it's all good in the hood. We're here, we're live, and we're glad to have try talking again. We're glad to have you guys here, whether you're listening to us live or listening to us later on when you watch us again. Bring you something fun for the next hour to listen to. We're going to do a roster review. We'll answer your questions. If you have questions, go ahead and put those into the chat. We'll try to get to many as we can. If you want your question to be up top, there's the super chat function. Those will get our first and undivided attention. Then after that, it's first come, first serve. We'll get to as many questions as we can, but we're going to keep this under an hour, or right at an hour, because at 1:15, I'm going to do my Grand Arena. I hadn't even looked if my opponents attacked me. Let's go there right now. Let's see where we're at. I've been a little busy this morning setting things up because Crazy Taco attacked me. He has not attacked me, so it may be one of those cases where we just go in and attack and then move on. So, but glad to have everybody here. Thank you for joining us. Shout out to the community. Yesterday, I was saying this before we figured there were technical difficulties. Shout out to all the game changers, Urza, Cubs, everybody that helped put out the GoFundMe for Paul from the Escape Podcast and his lovely wife Kristen, who is dealing with cancer. They have a GoFundMe set up, and we made out the call for everybody to go and support that, and they have. And he is very appreciative of that. If you have not checked it out, I don't think I have the link. We do not have the link in the link stream, but if you go back to Wednesday's stream, you can check that out. It's in our Discord. It's in Cubs Discord. I know has posted something, so there's a lot of support and love going out for him, and he could not, I talked to him, and he's just very thankful and appreciative and just so thankful for what you guys are doing to help him and his wife. And cancer's a big thing for us. Obviously, we did a half marathon for it. We raised all the money that we did for the ACS, and it's something near and dear to our heart. Our friend Stu is still dealing with cancer, so F cancer and all your guys' support. We really appreciated that. Oh, Revener said Carrie also posted the link on the GoFundMe on Twitter. Very nice. So a lot of people are involved. Shout out to Carrie for doing that. Chicken question: why did the apprentice thwart your stream this morning? What did you do? I didn't do anything, and the apprentice would never do anything like that ever. So it was not.
The apprentice would try to help to keep the stream going.
He would force choke Xylo in the attempt, thinking that would help. And Xylo said he put it on his Discord. So really great job, guys. We really appreciate it. And if you haven't checked it out, please do. every little bit helps them to pay for the medical costs that comes with dealing with cancer. That's the thing about cancer. It not only affects the person that has it and the struggles that they have to go through, but it also has a huge financial impact on people. And even people with insurance, it's still, you have to come out of pocket for a lot of things, and it's ridiculous. So thank you everybody for the support there. All right, welcome to the lunch stream. We got Grim the Mechanic, we got me. Grim, we ready to do this?
Oh yeah.
All right, so we're going to do a roster review, and then we're going to get your questions. As I said, first come, first serve. Unless you do a super chat, that puts you to the top. Again, we'll get to many as we can. 1:15, we'll do my Grand Arena. Then the rest of the day is going to be more about Tactical Monsters tonight. They'll be doing their normal stream that they normally do. And then I'll join Mist on his stream like I always do at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. So you can check me out there. We love us some Mist Pastier. We have a lot of fun. He has a lot of cool people on. I think he had the guys from the High Ground, or what's the name of that channel? I got to get those guys on. They're really good. And Deadpool Kyle, other people join as well. It's always a lot of fun. So that being said, let's get into it. Let's rock and roll. It is now time for our roster review. Let me pull that up.
Yep, our roster review is of Kleb Zero's profile in Galactic Security.
Ooh.
Shout out to Galactic Security.
And today I don't have any Velociraptors or Pickles. It's all about the Pikachu and the Pokemon. Pokemon collectible. Even though I don't like them. Ugh. Quit. Why can't they put stuff like Voltron or Star Wars for me, man? Come on, Amazon. That's where my main money goes.
Well, here's the main question, though, is how did the analytics choose for you?
I don't know. It's mentally damaged. Amazon, you're failing horribly, And they're like, well, we got into buy the pick, we'll get into buy anything. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. So, but we're doing Klebs today, so glad to see him here. He's got a lot. We're going to take this one by one. So I'm going to go in our old Discord. He said Zeta order. Trail lead over 3PO special. Over crew lead, over both choose Zetas for MF is my plan. Debating getting Snip Zeta used as for 3's team greater than Chirper. Not sure where, when my Sith Empire Zetas will come in this order, and will likely have Sign and Darth Knights ready for their Zetas by then. What do you guys think of the order and what to do next? Trey lead is very important. Without a doubt, the 2 on Trey is more important than any of those. So forget all the rest of that stuff, and I wouldn't even bother with Snips or any of the Jedi for a while. We saw their reworks; they're really great, but a lot of people, and this is what I'm saying, hold off on those reworks, especially when you have key characters and teams that you've got to get done. Doing Trey lead and 3PO is really good, but you also got to consider when we look at your roster. I know you don't have Darth Revan. What do you need for Darth Revan? 8 plus. Probably 2 more with Karth and Mission. You're going to need them for the Darth Revan event, and you're going to need it for the Malak event. So, Horde, but certain characters, I will tell you do want to have. So, when you talk about your Zeta order, Trail lead, forget the rest. Sorry, just forget the rest. You got to start working
Trail lead and Scion. Scion is... I think that's a must-have if you're running Triumvirate.
I think so.
It just makes him taunt all the time.
Sure. There's something you can work on there. But other than that, the rest of the stuff, no. Especially if you're going to try to get... Now, if you're not going to, then stick with your Zeta order. I'm fine with it. If you were going to get Darth Revan and you want Malak, I don't know why you wouldn't go for it at this stage of the game. Then you need to, without a doubt, start saving your Zetas. They're a precious commodity. It's going to take a ton of them. You're going to need at least 6 for the Revan team, and then 2 more for Karth and Mission. I highly recommend those Zetas. If you don't have the Zetas for Malak,
and save an additional one for your Nest too, because I just saw his Nest isn't Zeta.
But I don't want to go all over the place. This is kind of where you have to go. You have a decision to make. You can start using your Zetas and all these characters, and then when you get Darth Revan, then start from there. But you're going to have to make that kind of call. But if I'm doing it and the event's coming in 3 months, even if you start saving all your Zetas, you're going to have most of the Zetas you need, but you're not going to have all of them. It's just the way it is. Even the RNG on the days that you can get Zetas is awful. And there's only so many events that you can do and get Zetas. There's other places you get Zetas, but it's a slow process. So, saving those Zetas and having them ready so when Darth Revan does come around, you'll be able to have them ready. So, it's a call you're going to have to make. If I had a recommendation, that's what I would do. You're doing fine in Arena, and you're doing fine in Fleet. So that's not an issue. I'm glad to see that. You're at 3.5, almost 3.6 GP, and you're looking really solid. All right, the next one is Hard Node Order. Finishing Shore and Bosk. No problem there. Planning to get Darth Revan on round 2, then go Old Republic characters. Current plan, Scion, Darth Nihilus, range. Then make sure I have everything for Darth Revan 2. Thoughts on ordering Hard Nodes to consider. If you look at your characters, let's see where you are with your Sith Empire. If you're 99 out of 100, please finish Shore. Let's look at your Bosk. I want to see how far along you are with your Bosk before I make a call.
For some strange reason,
5-star. Yeah,
so GG is not working for me.
Oh no! Try closing out your browser all the way and going back in.
Damn it, Finn.
But yeah, Bosk is one you can put in your hard node farming, because remember, we're only doing 5 at a time, so I would put Bosk in there as part of your farming. When we look at your Sith, let's look at your Old Republic and see where we're at. So you can work on Karth by himself because he's Fleet. Canderous is Cantina. It's going to be Juhani is a hard node. I would start working on immediately. It's a tough farm. It's a long farm. You're going to be going it. Now, one thing that I did to supplement and get my characters up faster is buying the 16, 12, 80s out of the, especially with the income you're getting from crystals, is start working on Juhani and speeding that process up. Same thing with Karth. You're going to need them. It's just the way it is. And you can speed up that process by getting the shards out of there. 16 at a time, 1280. You're damn near getting 1,000 plus a day with where you're finishing with the arena. So, that could help you tremendously with those two. Those two farms, especially now that they're not 8, they're 5, it's going to be slow. It's going to be grindy. Either that or do the refreshes. And I wouldn't do that for ships. You could do that for Juhani. It's 25. But you could do that, and I would just continue to work on your Bosk. Definitely do that. Where else did he say?
Yeah, I'd refrain from doing refreshes on Karth's node until
Unless
maybe he's the last character that you need, and Revan's coming out tomorrow.
Yeah. Scion, Darth Nihilus range. Let's look at your Sith.
Because those 100 crystals refresh are
still got to
really
work
expensive.
on Fallen Bastila, so you can throw her into the mix. Yeah, I would finish up your Darth Scion. He's 6 stars. Let's get him to 7. I don't have a problem with that. Range Trooper, I'd put on the back burner. I would. You've got too many things to farm. If you want to, if somehow include that in there, you can. I would definitely say finish up. Bosk are definitely 2 you want to do. Scion's 1 you want to do, but you've got to add Juhani in there. And you've got to add Fallen Bastila in there. I don't even know where your HK-47's at. These are a lot of farms that you got to get done. You can, with your crystal income, you can do it. But you can't do all of them. Okay, HK's done good. So that's one you don't have to worry about. Fantastic. Yeah, looking at...
Yeah, what you can do is focus on your Old Republic and your Sith Empire, Fallen Bastila, get Karth and Juhani done, and, then if you have excess energy left, you can spend it on Shore Trooper. Just make sure he's
still got to do Bosk. He's got to do Bosk, and he's got to do Scion.
Shore Trooper and Bosk and Scion and that. But
range
the priority is Darth Revan.
That range is out. You've got too many of these other pieces that are going to take you a while to farm. Even if you are getting 1280 16 that you're using for these characters, it's going to take you a while to do that. That's 5 characters. 6. That's a.
It's gonna be a tough farm. You're gonna be doing a lot of,
But I do like
a
the
lot of
characters
hard
that.
notes.
Yeah, I do like the characters, but I don't want to overwhelm you with that. So you're about to finish Shore. Keep Bosk in there. Keep Scion in there. Get the Old Republic characters done with those two. Now, when you finish Bosk and or Scion, then you can throw in range back into the mix as you work on the Old Republic characters. But I wouldn't go all crazy with all these different characters. Just focus on Bosk, Scion, the Old Republic tunes. Get them going. Once you get one of them done, then you can throw in Range Trooper and continue your hard node farm. All right. Cantina Order, he says, finishing Canderous. Perfect. Plan on doing Sith Empire next, but I want to wait to see how the meta shakes out. It ain't no waiting for the meta to shake out, brother. It is Darth, Scion, and Malak. I'm telling you, it is going to be with the changes that they made. I'm not going to get into it here. You want to watch our reaction? Go check out the Wednesday night show yesterday.
Yeah, the meta's gonna be Darth Revan and Malak for quite a long time.
This is going to be the meta. Darth Revan and Malak, the people that have Darth Revan without Malak, and then Jedi Knight Revan, and then whatever else anybody else can run at lower tiers. It's just that simple. So prepare yourself. And Malak is that damn good now. I did not drop. I don't even have Malak in my team. I have Darth Revan, and I'm getting I got him all Gear 12 finally with the extra Gear 12 pieces. I'm all in on Malak. Even just running Scion and Thrawn on that team, I'm not dropping that much because it comes down to your mods, it comes down to speed, it also comes down to whether you have them or not. So, and if you think that Malak is not changing the meta, you're crazy. He is ridiculous. A lot of people that are running Jedi Knight Revan are out in my shard. They're just too easy to beat. Now they can beat Revan teams on offense, but they're consistently dropping way more than the people that have Darth Revan and have Darth Revan with Malak. People are running it already in my shard, Malak. So yeah, you need to work on that. It is a character that they've made OP. Doesn't matter your thoughts on that. If you want to be competitive in arena, this is the king. Now, if you don't want to be competitive in arena, then you can disregard everything. But then he says, I think I'll do troopers regardless, just in case. I was thinking Darth DT or Ayla. Could use some tips after. Not sure the order of importance of what I have left. We've already laid out what you need to farm. For Canderous is fine. If you want to work on a trooper, that's fine. But again, Old Republic first, and then we haven't looked at the rest of your roster, but Ayla's fine too. I mean, if you're in Canteen, if you have nothing else to farm and you want to work on these characters, that's fine. But again, Old Republic characters first.
Well, not to mention there's some other places that you can get these character shards from without spending energy, like in guild event store or the guild store or shipments, stuff like that, where you don't have to use up your energy from your good farms.
Yeah.
To go for them.
You already talked about PvP. We already saw your arena rank. You're doing a great job there. But yeah, the characters you want to work on when we're talking about Darth Revan, I cannot emphasize this enough. A couple things. One, you've got to get the characters to 7 stars, all of them. Bastila, HK, Canderous, Kara, Juhani, down the line, right? Then you got to get them geared with datas, because if you want Malak, well, first of all, just beating the phase 5 of the Revan is not a joke. You're going to have to put some significant gear on them. You can't go in there like with Jedi Knight Revan with like one character gear 9 or 10 and the rest like crap and you can beat it. That's not how that works with this. You got to have good characters, and you're going to need the Zeta on Karth. It makes a big difference. You don't have to. People have beat it without it, but I highly recommend you get that Zeta on Karth. One, it's a great Zeta, and it leads to another great team for you. The Car team I use on defense, and it's been doing wonderful for me. But then when you go for Malak, they got to be 17,500 power, and you have seen how crazy that light side battle for Malak is. Even with the strat, if you don't have the correct characters and or the correct kind of gear on them, you're going to struggle. If you try to go in their minimum, it's going to take you longer to do it. You need those armor shreds to hit. You're going to need your best mods, the dark side is easy. You just hit the droids and keep building up your rev until you can just start one-shotting the hell out of everything. Light side is a total different animal. And you've seen the strat, it works, but everybody had incredible mods and gear on their characters when I beat it. So, Arnold beat it, and if you want to see someone losing their mind, it took him like 8 hours to beat it. He had the strats. He didn't have mission. I think he was using T3. So, it makes a difference on the characters and what you have. So, that's the priority for your gear. That is the priority for your farm. That is the priority for getting these characters ready to go. It's going to take some time. You're going to need some Zetas and some key parts. Not, because Revan's one part and then Malak's the next. And you got to think in the long term, what am I going to need for all these characters to get them gear 11 with the Zeta or gear 12? Because that's the minimum you're going to need for that event. I mean, just to qualify for the event. So you got to think about that. That's why we're pushing you in that direction. You got months to do it. Knock it out. It's going to take you a while to get the gear and the Zetas. And that's not even talking about what the gear you're going to need. You're going to need the new gear pieces for Darth Revan and Malak. It is a ton. My Malak is 9. And again, I got all the pieces, but the damn new ones. Guess where all my resources are going. To the new pieces. Not only am I farming the hell out of them with all my energy, which has stopped my farm, but I'm pretty good on where I am with characters and stuff. But it's all in all the time on the stupid pieces, so I can get them to 9, 10, and 11. It's crazy, dude. So just be aware of all the different gear, Zetas, materials, and stuff that you're gonna need for all these characters. Revan, Malak, and the crew. It's crazy. So
turns out he is in YouTube chat.
Yeah.
He says, I do strongly agree with the Darth Revan focus, and that is my intent. If possible, I was hoping for some ideas on what to work on after.
Whatever you like. Because I'm looking at your roster, you can go in any direction you like after that. Once you've got Darth Revan team and stuff locked and loaded, if you want to go back and work our troopers, it's fine. Your bounty hunters and stuff that I'm seeing look great. You need to keep working on Bosk and Scion. Traya will come from the raids, right? So those 3 characters you can incorporate in your Old Republic. That is more than enough on your plate to keep you busy for a while. You do need Boss 7-star. You do need Scion 7-star. And then with the Old Republic characters and stuff you're working on, you're going to have your hands full for a while, bud. Then after that, if you want to work on like an Imperial Troopers team or something like that, that's fine. I don't have any problem with that, but let's get through this first, then we'll relook at your roster after we get all these characters that we mentioned and the Old Republic and stuff for Revan first. Then we can go back and look at what you want to work on, because it may change. That you may look at stuff and have a different view in a couple months after working on this stuff that you may want to work on, and then we can give you a better assessment of where you need to be at. So, but yeah, gearing, everything is going towards that. I just got my pilots to the point where I'm happy. Eventually need to gear Gear 12 Rebel pilots. I'm trying to find the gear every time to get my Gear 11 Rebel pilots to Gear 12. Don't worry about that. If they're Gear 11, you're pretty much getting the benefit of that. If you want to take them to Gear 12, you can. 7-star in Gear 12, my Traya. Yes. Very glad for the moment. We already talked about Scion and Darth Nihilus, our ace. I didn't even look at Nihilus. I just looked at Scion because you mentioned that. Let me go back in your
Nihilus is 5-star, I think.
Got to throw Nihilus in there. So, definitely Range Trooper is out of the mix. So, definitely work on Scion and Nihilus, Bosk, your Old Republic. Dark Trade does have the one Zeta, so we can add the other one to her. She'll be ready to go. Then you can add Zeta to Scion, and you'll have a really solid team there with your Sith. Looking at that, so those are some characters you can work on for the now. So Scion, Nihilus, Boss, Range Troopers out, then Juhani, Fallen Bastille. That's 5. That's 500 energy a day, I think, that you're going to be at least spending getting these characters. For crystals, I would use on the Old Republic to get them up faster. Scion and Nihilus you can just focus on normally with a normal farm, and you should be good to go. At least
quick question for you, Ranger. Do you think it would be better to go spend crystals on, say, shards of Karth in the shipments?
I would start with Karth because he is a ship energy. His drop rate sucks.
Yeah, I can verify that because I am in the middle of farming him too, and it's a pain because I only got 2 shards today.
I made it to where now I did a little bit differently, but because my Fallen Basilisk and Juhani were right there where they needed to be.
I hope you can kill anyone.
So I just wasted. I went with the crystals on them first because it got him to 7 stars. Then everything went to Karth. He was the last one I got done, and it was, you know, every time I saw 12 or 16 shards, I got it. I also spent the crystals to get the 25 out of the weekly shipments when they were available. So if they ever bring that back, that's one thing I did that made a huge difference. But that's how I blew through 30,000 plus crystals, is that, and then gear for Revan. Once that was done, it was like, I had nothing for Malak. Absolutely nothing. I don't have the Zetas on him yet. I'm farming the Zetas. I'm farming the gear. So my Malak's going to be a work in progress trying to get that in. Doesn't help when I only get 1 Zeta a week from the damn challenges. Sword of the Jedi says, shout out to Kleb Zero, our raid master, and stop beating me in Heroic Sith raid. Well, damn it, Kleb. Sword of the Jedi says, stop beating him in the Heroic Sith raid. Well, Sword of the Jedi, you may have to step up your game, buddy. Start using that Finn team in phase 1.
I think, what's the phrase? Get good, son.
Yeah, get good. Get good now. I'm starting to get more competitive in Heroic Sith. I was going to try to get to the top 3, but I missed phase 1 because we were doing the Galactic, we were doing Grand Arena, and so when I went in there, I'm like, oh no, phase 1's done. So I recorded a bunch of stuff for Finn. I've been recording a lot of stuff for Finn, going against Darth Malak teams, raid stuff. We got a lot of videos that we're going to be pumping out for you guys to help you out with. One thing that we are going to work on, and I want to get done, is mods. We get so many questions about mods, how to farm them, what should be your priority, how you should go about it. And we're going to give you how you should do it. It's a plan that has always worked for us. It works well. And so you guys can look at that video and know how mods function, how you should farm them, where you should go, based on GP and characters. When should you switch to getting mods out of the store, things of that nature. So those are questions we get asked all the time. We're going to do a video on it, and we're going to knock it out for you guys. So
nice. I'm still waiting for you guys to do a how to mod Ugnaught for the raid.
Graham, are you just trying to make me angry today? Look, I got coffee going in my veins. I'd be punching you in the face. No, I would never do that. I always joke, but I would never do that.
Yeah, I'm joking. Don't mod Ugnaught.
Yeah,
don't do that. No,
don't do that. So, I think that covers all your questions, Cleb. If you have more, I'm looking in the chat. Please let me know. If you have more questions about what you wanted to cover, go ahead. Finn's not going to be here all week. He is slammed at work and stuff. We've been doing a lot of videos, so he wanted to get those done first. Finn will be back. Don't worry.
He will return, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do. He will be back. But looking at everything you asked us, really good roster, Cleb. I really like the stuff you're doing. You're working on the right things. Hopefully this hyper focuses you on what you need to farm, which characters you need to not only farm, but which characters you need to gear, why you need to gear them, in what order, your Zeta priority, all that stuff. I hope it helps you. So definitely looking at your roster, Basilisk, Juhani, all those guys need work. Finish up your boss, finish up your sign, finish up your nihilist. That's the 5 hard node ones right there will keep you busy for a while. Get range trooper out till you get one of these done. Once they're done, then you can throw range back in there and work on that. But really, no.
Yeah, all in all, good roster, dude.
Yeah. No, I'm not answering that. You see the Revenator. Question: is Finn not around because he's playing with his pickle? We all have a pickle now because of the generosity of Rose Taco.
I don't have a pickle.
Well, you didn't run the half marathon, so you don't get a pickle. Get your own damn pickle.
But I want a pickle.
You don't get a pickle.
But I wanted it pickled.
Well, I want $1 million. Can't get everything we want. So he's not saying anything. So, all right. So if you have more questions, Kleb, you're always welcome to ask me in Discord. Get with us in Discord. Moving forward, I think you got what you need. But you can get with us in Discord. We'll get you squared away like we do everything. Okay, there he goes. Big gear question at the end of that possibly. What do you guys think of a hearing order with the current 7-star characters I have? What do you guys think of a hearing order?
Oh, of a gearing order.
Oh. You've got so many to work on, man. Between Scion, Nihilus, Bosk, and the Old Republic, brother, you're busy for a while.
Yeah,
then you got Revan.
The gearing order is your Old Republic and your Sith Empire.
I would get Scion and Nihilus done first, and Bosk.
Yeah, but
listen.
Remember there's a hard gear wall for Malak.
I know, but he's got to have those characters. These aren't characters that are insular or anything. Scion, Nihilus, and Bosk by themselves, gear 11 minimum. Now, I wouldn't waste anything on gear 12 as you get raids. Then start saving up all your Corbantes, all of your... just start working on these other characters with their gear. Remember, 17,500. But while you're farming them, I wouldn't put any gear on them right now or worry about it. You got a long farm ahead of you. But yeah, Scion, Nihilus, get them to gear 11, Boss gear 11. And then when you get them 7-star, then you can go gear 12. But the other characters, once you get them geared or starred, then just start hoarding everything. You're going to need stun guns, Corbantes. How many Corbantes did I use to get that team up for Revan? 1,000?
Oh, good lord!
God, I went through 1,000.
Yeah, you had like 40 left, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, out of 1,000 I had done. So,
Somebody's phone is blowing up.
That's me, and that's Kleb. He is typing me in Discord. To Nano Jedi Revan, I'm trying to find a better speed circle. Okay, let me look here. What he's saying. This is the wall of text. They'll give. Oh, he put that in there. It is wall of text. He says so. Note on Jedi Revan, I'm trying to find a better speed circle that is higher than 17 speed. Long term to find a crit off the cross with double offensive rolls to be the final push to Grandmaster Yoda over 7,000 with a crit damage triangle. One thing that will be helpful is that we could see the best mods I can put on Trey with the mods I have available, or possibly moving mods as long as I don't touch any heroic Sith raid teams. Otherwise, I farm speed mods daily. Gearing, this is a big one. We just covered that. We already covered your pilots. It says the time reading this, you get gear 12 Treya. We saw that. Okay. Yeah, Scion and Diet 9 are ASAP. Forget about First Order. And we already told you about where you need to farm next. So, one thing here, let's look at his mods real quick and then we'll finish this up. Mods for Treya. Well, let's filter by speed and just to see what you got where at the moment.
He's got some really nice mods. But,
yeah, it's a good 20 speed mod, stuff like that. I'm just seeing if there's anything he can hit up. The one on Han you can do. The one on IG-88 is not too bad. 16 speed, blue mod. Same thing with the one on Han. They're both blue at 16 speed. I'd slice the hell out of those. Pretty much everything is gold and 5A. I'm trying to see if there's anything you can move from anybody else. Not currently at the moment. You've got them on your key characters. Your arena team, Thrawn. No. So what I would do is really for Treya, there's two trains of thought on this. One is because I still have my Treya modded for as much protection and health as possible with some potency, because of she gets marked a lot, she gets attacked a lot. It's like, sweet baby God, leave my Treya alone, damn it. So that's kind of the mentality I have with my Treya. Looking at her, what would I recommend? I haven't looked at her in a while, but yeah. Actually, I changed her up. I went with speed set and defense set with a lot of health protection. Yeah, a lot of protection, health, defense, protection. I went a lot of protection on her stats. Even on the triangle, the cross, and the circle, I went protection. And I need to slice some of this crap. I've had to change mods so much. I really need to do a session on that. If you can get around 70,000 protection, you're good, in my opinion. The other thing is, now that the teams have changed up, the dynamic has changed a little bit. If she's going to be your lead for the team, I suggest protection and health with speed. That's where I'm still using her at. And I've put some new mods on her. I got to slice up and stuff, but yeah, that's definitely where I would go, because my dear God in heaven, she gets hit all the time. The other one, if you're not going to make her your primary, I've seen this with the Palpatine team. Heavy offense, just hitting the crap out of people. So there's a lot of different ways you can go, but keep your mods that you have here. But you've got a lot of blues and purples and stuff that you can put on her. Put like your mods are like between 10 and 14, and then slice them up and see how that works. So yeah.
Yeah. Like on mine, I went offense and speed because, good Lord, once you get her going, she can do so much damage to people,
Yeah. She really is. And it's harder to focus her down unless you're running H18 specifically. So I'm going to keep mine the way it is. I've got her speeded up. I've got to slice her so she gets a little bit more speed. But, I mean, I still had two 6 E mods on her that are defense. I have a defensive set and a speed set, and all the primaries are protection. So much health, and with the secondaries with speed and protection that I could find. So that's kind of where you want to go with that, Gleb. Unless you're going to use her as a secondary source, and then you go full offense, speed and offense, and she just hits hard. I had some trays hitting me on the Revan team, which was really brutal because they have the defensive down stuff stats. It's like, bleh. It's just like, oh my God, what happened? What had happened was Trey hit me for a ton of damage and I died. One shot on my HK, like, no.
Yeah, so, it's really fun when your Treya actually gets to go when you're fighting a Revan team, and she throws her sabers and one-shots a full health Grandmaster Yoda.
Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of different ways you like that. But if you want to go after genetic Revan teams, then you need to have her the way I did it. You got to have protection. She gets marked, you got to keep her up, man. And it's more about surviving, and so you can kill the rest, right? You want to get Nihilus annihilating the crap out of people. She's going to take a lot of hits and a lot of damage. I usually will run Thrawn on that team so he can get her protection up. She's going to die, maybe, if you can survive, depending on how the AI plays it. But with her having all that health protection, it just protects her from being hit. If my Nihilus gets marked, I'm happy. I'm like, you're not killing him, So... and then she can do her thing, right? Her isolate's going to hit no matter what. You don't need potency for that. So
until you can get Darth Revan, you can do what I do and use Fallen Bastila.
Oh yes, but you got
that increases Treya's survivability
big time.
Like, I no longer have Treya die when I'm fighting against Revan teams since I put her on there.
Yeah.
So
she's
a big boon to that team.
But great roster club, great questions. Stick with that. Moving forward, if you have more questions, fire them away. I'm always available. That's your roster view. I hope that it gives you focus, makes you stronger. And if you would like a roster view, all you need to do is send your GG page to us. By us, I mean Finity. And by Finity, I mean Finity, not Dr. Finn. Someone sent me a message one time. I was like, how do I I don't see Dr. Finn in there. I'm like, oh no, it's not Dr. Finn Medicine Woman, it's Finity. That's what I call him, but it's Finity, Finity. Make sure you send your GG page. And you are welcome, Club. You're more than welcome. And moving forward, as you get this stuff done, if you have more questions, fire away anytime. We're always here. But if you want a roster review, send your GG page to Dr. Finn with a little bit of recap of what you want. He'll add you to the queue. Give him 24 hours. If he doesn't respond, send him another message. Make sure that he responds. He'll let you know that you're in the queue. It's about 3 to 4 weeks. Once you're in the queue, you wait. We'll let you know ahead of time when your day's coming up, and we'll ask if there's anything else you want to add to what we're looking at, and then we'll do your roster review, hopefully, so you can watch it live. So there you go. Alrighty then. So that's the roster review from Kleb, Zero, and Galactic Security. Thank you very much for letting us look at your roster. Great job. Very, very clean, very lean roster. I give you high marks. You're doing well in Arena, and you're doing well in Ship Arena. Getting that crystal income so you can get these characters knocked out faster, but focus on those specific characters we said, and the gearing and everything. So stick on those. Forget Range Trooper. Just focus on everything we said, and you'll be fine. So there you go. All right, now let's get to some questions because I know people are going to have, there's been a lot of questions. I want to try to get to many as I can. I'll get the game going. We'll start some GW. I'll run the team that's talked about the most right now with the changes. You know what I could do?
Tuskens?
Run Galactic Republic.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
The three new character reworks. Yeah, that would be awesome.
I did that earlier, and it was pretty sweet.
Let's go Jedi first. So we'll go. Who do we want to go lead? Kenobi. I think Kenobi makes the most sense.
Yeah, Kenobi.
Kenobi, Barriss, Anakin. We'll put Squibs in there. You know, she's only gear 10.
And 5s.
You want to do a 5s? Oh yeah, we can do 5s. Let me do 5s.
I mean, 5s is still a really good character.
Oh yeah, I use them. Is that
Hey,
5?
since you have Grandmaster Yoda's lead, I was watching Arnold's video earlier.
You want me to put Grandmaster Yoda in there?
I mean,
Yeah, I can.
He was hidden for like 70,000. I was like, holy crap!
All right, I'll go Grandmaster Yoda, and then we'll put Kenobi in there. So we'll go full with Zaris in there for heals and stuff, and there we go. We'll do that. All right, yippee! Put on auto. Let's get to some questions. Look, everybody, Shadowville joined us. You ready for this grand arena?
Oh yeah.
That's all Shadowville cares about is me doing grand arena and doing well.
I screwed up mine earlier and took the wrong team in when I was scouting, and I lost. I ended up losing by like 19 points.
That doesn't give me much encouragement there, Shadowville.
You have failed us for the last time.
Yeah. That gives me great pause.
I put myself in the corner on timeout.
I'm looking at Twitch if there's any questions. There is one. It says The Real Shadowville. How many viable GATW team does Kleb have? Quite a few, actually. How many teams does he want? That's up to Kleb.
He's got a bunch.
That was not his focus. We were focused on what he needs to get. I didn't even get to that. So
yeah, I guess the only reason I asked that is because when how I play it is I go and I make my teams and
same. But this Revan stuff has completely thrown everything in a quandrum.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. But the whole I go and I make my squads and then I look at my how I have it set up, broken down defense, offense in my squad management, right. and then I'll focus on that character to finish out a team, and then I'll go to the next one. So
yeah,
I just didn't know how.
He's got a lot of that stuff, he's got the leads and stuff like that. He's got some stuff to work on, like Sith, round out his Sith, round out his bounty hunters with Bosk. I mean, he's got them unlocked, and they need gear and some Zetas and stuff. So, but he's got those other characters he's got to farm. He's got to start now. They're 3 stars, so it's like, start now.
Ooh, the grind.
Yeah, because not only do you need the stars, you need the gear, you need the Zetas to unlock the characters, and then you need all the gear for them, and the Zetas, and... Christ. Alright, let's get to some questions here in the YouTubes.
Yeah, that's why I keep on telling people, you need to get working on your Malak farm now. Otherwise, you're going to miss them the next time he comes out, because that is a long farm getting all the gear to get your characters past 17.5.
Yeah. Woodle, question. I have no Darth Revan. What now? Should I forget Arena for a while? Absolutely not. If you have Jedi Knight Revan, he's still viable. He's a good counter. He's not... He will fall in defense, but it comes down to speeds in your mods and how good your Jedi Knight Revan team is. It can still beat Darth Revan teams. Let's not joke around here. Even with Malak, you're going to go first. If you can take out their Basila, that team gets hampered like a mug. Shadowville, is that kind of what you're thinking too with Jedi Knight Revan? He's still a good, solid counter.
Yeah, as long as you target Basil Sean Fallen first, it falls apart from there.
I mean, Grandmaster, he's over 7,000 on your special damage. He's going to hit her hard, man. I mean, you're going to mark, and then Grandmaster Yoda's going to go a couple of times. I have one shot at Fallen Basilas. And then it's like, do your worst. Especially if you go first and you can resist a lot of that stuff that they do. It's nasty, man. It is really nasty. So don't give up hope. Rebellions were built on hope. But yeah, you can still do just fine with Jedi Knight Revan. You're not going to have the same dominance that you once did with your Jedi Knight Revan team, but you got to remember, Jedi Knight Revan is always going to go first because of all the speed bonuses and stuff that he gets. So just knowing the kill order, how to go about it, you can still be very viable in Arena. So don't give up too much yet. And you know that Jedi Master Dasha is going to be working on stuff. I mean, give you an example. Vince still doesn't care what the meta is. He runs bounty hunters and kicks the crap out of everything because he's hyper focused on it. So keep working on your mods for your Jedi Knight Revan team. Keep focusing on getting Darth Revan until you can have them and stuff. But yeah, your Jedi Knight Revan team will be fine.
Yeah, let's keep Van Seals beating stuff with bounty hunters on a download because CG might nerf them.
They're not going to nerf them. Are you kidding me? Those characters are locked, man. They're not going to nerf that crap. Then your Morgan question: do you think Jedi Knight Anakin will be a reliable long-term counter to Malak teams, or is it just hype? I don't know who told you that. He's not a counter to the Darth Revan team. He's not.
Yeah, his kit has nothing to do with being good against Malak.
Sorry. It's good rework. I like I mean, the additions they added to Kenobi, Ahsoka, and Jedi Knight Anakin are great. And I think Ahsoka really stands out. But
you gotta admit, it would be absolutely hilarious if he did counter Revan.
You underestimate my power, women.
I mean, counter Malak, like hardcore counter Malak.
Mm-hmm.
Right after they fixed him to not be countered by another.
It would be funny.
Actually, I wouldn't say fixed because that's not a fix, but yeah.
All right, let's get through these questions as many as we can. Question: currently gearing mission Zalba for next Malak event. I know the game is about choices. Do you ever envision a time when I can gear what I want without sacrificing my arena crystals? Darkseid 1972. That's a great question. Right now, the answer is no. Actually, I'll put a caveat on that. Hold on.
If you don't want,
you farm and play what you want. Now, if you want to be competitive, that's a different thing. Like, you do whatever you want. But if we're talking about being competitive, this is the way it is right now. So the answer is no. But if you don't care, then the answer is yes. You can do whatever you like. Right? It's a decision.
Exactly what I was going to say.
You have to make a decision on what you enjoy in the game. Plain and simple. What characters you enjoy playing. Things of that nature. So that's got to be part of your equation. But if you're competitive and you want to be competitive and things like that, then yeah, you're kind of dictated by the terms of what they've set in front of you. There's no way around it. I hated Jedi Knight Revan. Everyone knows how much I hate that version of Revan. I still used it because I'm competitive and I need the crystals. Because I was trying to I knew Darth Revan was coming, so I was saving everything. So it was more like a means to an end. But I still had fun with all my other characters, and I still do with Intergrain Arena and stuff like that. So it is what it is. I can't tell you differently. So
I don't know. I'm still waiting for the true Revan.
I know.
These imposters will just have to hold us over until the true
Darth Revan does get my pickle a little tickle. You know what I'm saying? I like Darth Revan.
Well, yeah, he's closer to the true Revan.
Right. The much closer than Jedi Knight Revan. What else? Anything? Question: what do you think after seeing the videos where Anakin can wreck Darth Revan teams even with Malak on them? I don't. This always happens. New meta comes out, new characters come out, and all of a sudden someone puts out a video and says this can happen. I remember when they said Night Sisters could be Jedi Knight Revan. Don't believe the hype until I see way more consistent data showing that. Then I'll buy it. But until then, just because someone puts out a video, I have way more questions than just accepting on face value. What were the speeds? What was the level of the Revan? What was the level of the Malak? What were the mods on the team? All that kind of stuff. I have lots of questions about that. So until I see consistently beating high-end teams on a consistent basis, then I'll say, yes, Jedi Knight Anakin can do that. But I've seen too many videos out there and too many people saying, I did this with this. My first response is, oh, great. My first response is, give me the stats. Give me the information.
Yeah. It's like Van Seal. We were talking a couple nights ago, and he put out a good, a lot of teams can counter the meta if you have badass mods.
Yep.
If you can outspeed a Darth Revan team with, like, say, Ugnaught and a relatively decent team, you're going to more than likely win.
Yeah.
If the opposing team doesn't get any turns,
makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, so
all right, let's continue on with the questions. Ray Rock question, he has two. Part 1, I'm trying to keep my GP below 2.75, said I'll get up to the next GA matchup level. Since I'll be leveling and gearing Old Republic next week for Revan, it will go up. Is it worth gearing up Rebels to improve my fleet lineup since I'm getting wrecked even with my Falcon? I think it will put me over the 2.7 million GP threshold. Yeah, if you're going to... So here's the thing about GP. Don't be afraid to go up in GP if you're going lean GP. And what I mean by that is, if you're working on characters that you are going like fleet or, specific characters, right, that you're going to use, then it's good GP. Don't be afraid to go up, right?
Oh, yeah, also remember... GP only affects Grand Arena. It doesn't affect your regular arena, your regular squad arena. It doesn't affect your regular fleet arena. So if you aren't really paying too much attention to Grand Arena, your GP doesn't really matter that much.
But if you're lean with your GP and it's hyper focused on the characters that you're working on, don't be afraid to go up in GP. What gets you people in trouble, and I see it all the time when I'm doing Green Arena stuff, is people that have GP that just fluffed out the butt because they took all their characters to level 85 in Gear 7. That does you no service whatsoever, especially when the rest of your roster is not up to the same level that mine is at the same level. So if you're not fluffing your GP, you're working on specific characters for specific reasons, like you said, for fleet, do it. Don't be afraid to go up a level in GP. Because you are at a better position than someone that may have fluffed their GP that didn't do it the way you did. So don't be afraid of that. Definitely do not be afraid of that. Ray Rock, there you go. Hellnix.
Yeah, I may not be exactly like you described how not to be.
Yeah, don't be a grim.
Yeah, my roster is quite fluffy.
Ski Trooper question. Once I finish getting the new Clone Wars trio to Gear 12 at Zetas, how do you think I should utilize him? General Kenobi lead with Barris and maybe 3PO. What other comps sound fun? Shadowfell, have you been kind of messing around with this at all?
Yeah, I did it in Grand Arena. In Galactic War earlier, and I put in like Ayla and
a lot of combinations you can go with, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a ton of combinations. But let me see. I actually built a squad.
You can do clones with them. Like fives and.
That's the thing that nobody's mentioned Rex.
Yeah, Rex.
Rex is still an awesome lead for Galactic Republic as well. So.
Let me see.
Hello, Remy Vinette.
Hey, Remy.
Yeah, I have the team that you're actually, the GK lead with Barris, Anakin, Ahsoka, and fives.
I'm running the Grandmaster Yoda one. I didn't do the. I'm just so just throwing it out there just to show them off. But there's lots of combinations. I don't know what the right one is. We'll have to play around with it some more. There's more reworks coming, so I don't want to give you an
possibly
answer.
More Jedi, Galactic Republic Jedi coming, like Mundy and some of the other guys, we might actually get a rework that makes Kit Fisto good.
We'll have to wait and see. Question: is it wrong that I blame Ranger for all of this OP Kotor BS? Your Lord and Savior has PA'd this game up, but good. Listen, I said I wanted the original Revan, not Jedi Knight Revan. I'm okay with Darth Revan, but I only wanted the original version of Revan and that's it. They went full Old Republic. Don't put that on me. That was not my call. You know what I wanted? I still haven't quite got what I wanted. So, yeah, that's on CG, not me, man. I didn't ask for any of this other stuff. I just said, give me my Lord and Savior, the true Revan. He's standing behind me over there, over the corpse of Rey's body who has fallen over and is towering over him with his glory. That's the true Revan with the purple lightsaber and the red lightsaber. So, yeah.
That would be so awesome if we got him.
Matt Bailey, no, Revenator. The stream was late because Ranger was playing with his, and by his he means pickle. I was not playing with my pickle.
And I can confirm that he wasn't playing with his pickle.
That's right. McTweet, question: I got Darth Revan, but he isn't maxed out with Gear 12 pieces yet, and my best speed is 150. That's still pretty good. Should I switch back to Jedi Knight Revan squad, and do you think that's the best counter if you didn't get Malak? Yeah, I still do. And until it's ready, I did the same thing. I was still using Jedi Knight Revan until I got my Darth Revan ready to go, and he is, and I'm using him in Arena. I don't have Malak on the team yet because he's not ready. He's only Gear 9. So I can't do anything about that. So, foiled again, damn it. Meh! Let me see what I got in the store. Anything good? Anything good? I'll take 2 of those. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. I'll take those. Then get those off your hands. Let's check the other ones. I'm looking for specific salvage. I didn't get it. You bastards. Ah! Damn it. Alright, well, I didn't get it. I'm about to go Galactic War. Hermit Fulgrim question: how do I mod GK now? Health mods or defense? Health or protection primaries? Is defense worth it as its primary? Thanks, guys. Yes, all that. Thank you.
Yeah, he hasn't really changed very much. They just added a Zeta that gives him synergy with Snips.
Yeah, he's still your tank, man.
Galactic Republic.
Protection, health, defense set. I mean, go at it, man. The more health and protection you can have on him, the better. He's not your damage dealer, but what he does with his call and assists and his specials and stuff, it's going to call in Snips and Anakin more. He's more about getting everybody else involved and protecting them. So you still want to keep him tanky as hell. So don't.
It gave him a lot of extra synergy with Galactic Republic.
Yeah.
Especially like his Zeta is, he now will taunt whenever the team is pure Galactic Republic.
Yeah.
He'll taunt every time they use a special ability, so he'll be taunting all the time.
Yeah. So lots of health and protection. Do it. What else? 3 question. After I finish 7-star or Sing, what should I do next for Cantina Farm? Kit Fisto or Imp Super Commando? They're the last 2 I have in 7-star for Cantina. I do Commando because he has a ship.
Mm-hmm.
Kit Fisto is just garbage right now, so I wouldn't bother with him till the very end.
Gauntlet Starfighter is a really good ship too.
Yeah, it's not bad. I see people using in that in my shard still. Really good ship. So absolutely. Neo Venom had a question in Twitch for all the RSG members here with GK Snips and Jedi and Anakin's reworks. What other 2 Galactic Republic would you like to put on the team? We kind of discussed that already.
Yeah, the 2 really good Galactic Republic that we have already, and that's Rex and
There's
Fives.
so many possibilities. You can go Fives on the team. You can go Rex lead. You can go General Kenobi lead. I'm doing a Grandmaster Yoda team. I mean,
like Shadow Veil said, Ayla would work really good on that one.
Yeah, there's just a lot of combinations. I don't have the answer for what I think is going to be the best
Plo Koon.
combination. We know that the 3 together are really good, and that's Anakin, Snips, and Kenobi. But What do you throw in there? I don't know. We're going to have to kind of play around with it and see what's works. But there are combinations. Rex lead, you can throw 5s in the team. You can make Grandmaster Yoda lead. You can go General Kenobi lead with different combinations. So we'll have to see. Plus, there's more reworks coming. So hold on to what we think is going to be the best team until we get all the information about what they're working on and what they're adding. They said they want to add more stuff. So maybe they're going to add more clones and more Galactic Republic with the reworks. Maybe Mace gets reworked and finally doesn't suck. There's a lot of things. So before I give you a finalized team,
We can hope.
let's wait and see what the final product is going to be, and then we can really give you a better assessment of it. And then let me check one more time questions in YouTube, and we're going to cut it off because I got to get ready for my Grand Arena. Dr. Gonza had the same question. We kind of hit on that. What is the best GR lead for CW Trio now? And then Helenex, my GP fluff makes me sad. It's a problem I can't resolve, but I've taken the first step, admitting that I have a fluffing problem. Wait, did I just admit? Damn it, Helenex! Not even reading the rest of your question.
Well, so we should start a group called Fluffers Anonymous.
I mean, really, Helenex, damn you! Awful, just awful. So, but you can fix it. Just because you have fluff doesn't mean you can't start getting it lean, guys. I keep telling people all the time, just because you have fluff in the beginning doesn't mean you can't go back and fix it. So
you can fix it. It just takes time.
Yeah, it just takes a little time, a little bit of energy.
Like, I'm still working on mine.
Yeah. So, all right. So that's all the time we have for questions today. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you subscribe. Give us a thumbs up on the video. Follow us on Twitch. Check out our Patreon. We appreciate all our Patreon supporters. And we're going to get ready for Grand Arena, so stay tuned on this channel. As soon as I get it all set up, we're going to switch over and do Grand Arena. We're going to discuss it, give you the strategies, and we'll rock and roll from there. So thanks for stopping by for the lunch stream. Get ready for the Grand Arena stream, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. About 10 minutes, actually. So peace.